Hey everyone. Okay. I am so excited about convention. Convention is literally like, y'all, this is going to be my third trip to Maui for free. And I have been to Leaders Retreat 3 other times. And convention, kind of my favorite. Just, I mean, personality wise, I guess it's going to be different for everybody. But it really is one of my favorite things. And it's because it's just so big and so amazing that even if you're a person who doesn't like big things and big things, like you just can appreciate like how awesome our company is. And first, I would love to, sorry, my computer is still freaking out. I would love to kind of just get maybe 3 people who had their first experience with convention. Obviously, we've all had a first experience if you've been before. But maybe like the thing that stood out the most to you, that was your favorite thing about convention when you went. And we're going to be hearing from each other a lot. So 3 people that want to share their favorite thing about convention from either time, their first time or any time. Don't all speak at once.
I'll share. You said favorite, but yeah. Okay. First of all, I just have to say 2 things real quick. One of the huge things to me was just it was so overwhelmingly well done and put together. Every single detail was thought through. And it was very intentional throughout the entire experience. It was just like the wow factor was there through every aspect of it. And I had gone to Super Saturday, and this is like nothing like that. It like doesn't even touch it. So that was just like, whoa, this is so much bigger than just this small group of, moms on a Zoom call. Like it was so awesome. But second of all, one of the really huge impactful things for me was just hearing stories of people that got up on the stage from all different backgrounds, including people that are in like the executive, leadership of the whole company. Just hearing their testimonies and their stories for why they're in this company and why they've chosen to dedicate their lives to this, for this to be their career. That just was really powerful. To hear all the way up to the top that their faith and their family comes first. I say that all the time now, because ever since I went to convention, I'm like, truly, everyone like through this company puts their faith and their family first. And that just trickles down into how they run the company. And obviously they love us so well and train us and teach us so well. So I just loved hearing the stories from the stage.
Who else? That's awesome. Those are always my favorite too. Stephanie, what's your favorite?
Wait, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, hey Josie. Yep.
Oh wait, Stephanie. Does Stephanie want to go?
Well, you go first. She can go next.
Okay. Well, you know what? Well, I went last year. What was nice is I brought my husband and my daughter with me, and they were able to like stay back at the hotel and go swimming and stuff like that, while I ventured into this whole big, like, I had no idea what it was going to be. And I like what Jessie said, because it was just so well organized, and there was like not a moment, not one lull, and you're like, the momentum was like full steam ahead the whole time. They had a DJ. It was fun. They had us up out of our seats, and this is not my style, but it was my style, after we were there. And they the product training was really, really good. And like Jessie was saying, you were hearing everybody's stories, like the diamonds from the top, like where they started. Like literally, like in the middle of the whole thing, I'm like, why do I feel like I'm going to cry? Again, not really my style, but you could start to envision yourself as one of those people up on stage. Like you could see, like if they can do it, you can envision and see yourself doing the same thing. And I thought what was also really fun, what stands out in my mind, this is so funny, but whenever there was a break and I was in line to go to the bathroom, which the bathroom lines went pretty quickly, but there were girls that have been using the products forever, weren't sharing the business, but they just wanted to be there for a convention. Or there was somebody who was like, oh, I'm just silver. I've been silver for years.
Yes. I got to meet Ame Darling, which some of you may not even know her because she's not even like one of the main people that we share. But back in the day, like we only watched Ame Darling videos, and she was a nutritional therapist, and she just shared all of the product info back in the day. And I just remember meeting her and like thinking she was just a rock star, and she was just like, she's just a normal 40-year-old woman, like just loving on all of us too and taking pictures with us. Okay, Steph, what are some of your faves?
Okay, some of my favorite things is Plexus spares no expense for the production. They will plaster their name all over everything. It's going to be up and down walls and columns, and you name it, it's everywhere. They spare no expense, but like they were saying, everybody that you see has a common goal. It's a common goal to be happy and healthy in their own life and to share it with others, even if it's just one or two people. And the company has so much, they put their speakers together and pick the speakers that they have so well that it continues to build that belief no matter what happens. And even if you fall down, just going back to convention or hearing those speakers, it gives you, you feel revitalized when you leave.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Just even hearing you say that, I am so excited. Okay. I'm just going to run through the agenda really quick. All of you have this. It's been in the emails. It's linked in a lot of the emails you've gotten. Also in your registration area, there's that. And also, hopefully you have downloaded that app. That's going to be an easy access to this rather than having to like scroll through your email. Just download that Plexus app. It's not used most of the year, but for things like convention, and at Leaders Retreat, they'll upload things to that just so it's very simple to access. And that will help you just click on that, and then you've got your agenda. And typically on your lanyard, you will get a lanyard at registration, which is so fun. They're always like beautiful. I use one of my old lanyard things for my pool key now just because it's colorful and beautiful and I love it. But it'll have your rank on there, and a lot of times there will be the agenda on the back as well. But I just want to kind of talk you through some of what this is and kind of what to expect. Most of us are flying in either Monday, mid-afternoon, evening, or Tuesday morning. And so we can all share our flight times and stuff like that in the thread, like when you're arriving, because if some of you are there, you might be able to take an Uber together to the hotel or something like that, or hang around in the Starbucks at the airport because you know someone's coming in an hour, that kind of a thing. So you get to the hotel together. But y'all, there is going to be so many Plexus people. So if you have any swag, if you've got a hat or a t-shirt or a purse or a water bottle, carry it with you, because you may feel like you're traveling alone, but you are traveling 12,000 strong. And trust me when I say One Plexus is not only on Facebook. One Plexus is in person too. The first year I went, I traveled by myself and no one on our team went with me. So I knew none of my sidelines. I hadn't met Abby except for like one time 3 years ago in Africa. And so I literally was showing up like, I'm rooming with someone I don't know anybody, and I got off the plane like, what the heck am I going to expect? Because I was excited, but at the same time, I am an introvert, and I was like, what's going to happen to me? And sure enough, I saw this other beautiful girl with long brown hair, and she had on a Plexus shirt and a maxi skirt. I had on a Plexus shirt and a maxi skirt, and we just like, she was by herself, I was by myself, and we just walked together to get our luggage and chatted. And I didn't Uber with them, but like it made me feel so much more confident and comfortable because I knew that I was surrounded by so many other people that were excited and going after this thing just like me. So there's that. So carry something with you so people know, hey, she's part of our crowd. And that way, if you need someone to watch your bag while you're going to the bathroom or whatever, you know, you've got friends all around you to do that. And it might even be a diamond and you don't even know it, because there are so many jewels and diamonds in our company that do not look and dress that part that you think that they're all going to look like, right? And that's super fun too. Okay, so starting through, whenever you get there, just check into your room, right? Unless you're like booking it Tuesday to get to a session or something like that. Get to your room Monday. They're going to have registration open. So if you get checked into the hotel, go ahead and find the registration desk. Like, then you can get that out of the way, because most people are going to be showing up on Tuesday and it's going to be a lot more packed. The lines will be a lot longer. So if you are coming in on Monday, even if it's in the evening, registration is open until 8 p.m. on Monday. So that is great. And there will be signs everywhere. I promise you will not feel like you don't know where to go. There will be like things on the floor to tell you where to go. There will be people and there will be signage everywhere. So you will know where to go. Let's see. Emerald Above registration, blah, 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 blah. The Black Tie Gala is Monday night, but there's also, and I love, this is the first time they've done this, from 7 to 8 o'clock on Monday night. If you're there, there is a corporate product training in one of the ballrooms. That is so cool, y'all. There's going to be much less people, obviously, than 12,000 strong in the big auditorium. And this would be a great opportunity to be able to ask questions or just hear, probably from some of the research and development team, real product training that's going to be invaluable. So if you're there, I encourage you to do that. That can be a before or after dinner thing. So y'all hop in there together and don't miss out on that. If you do go, use your audio recorder on your phone. This is something that I do every year in every session. Whether or not I go back and listen to it is neither here nor there. But I audio record using like the voice memo app on my phone, like every session, because you may not be able to scribble notes fast enough and you may want to go back and be able to share that with someone on your team, or we can put them in Dropbox or whatever. Obviously, if there's 4 of you sitting next to each other, you don't all have to audio record the same thing. Some of you may want to take pictures of slideshows. Like, that's what I do. Like, I'm voice recording, so I can't take pictures. Will you share your pictures with me? Because you might want to screenshot some of the, fun slides that are on the thing when they're releasing information and that kind of thing. So that's all happening Monday. So Monday, I will be going to the Black Tie Gala. So those of you who will be there, I won't be able to hang out with you, but I will be around. If you need me, text me or call me, whatever, use the chat thread and I will find you and help if need be. But I will be getting ready for the gala, which I don't even have my dress yet. So that's fun. Let's see. Okay, Tuesday is the actual day it starts. So a lot of you probably flying in Tuesday morning, Tuesday mid-afternoon, maybe lunchtime. So early in the morning, you've got the help desk is open, which that's awesome. It's just around the same area and registration area. And they basically will help you find it. It's like our own private concierge, right? There's a mother's room that's open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if you find yourself walking around at any point in the day during the sessions or just even like anytime, there is a breastfeeding mother's room where people are going to be pumping and breastfeeding and having children run around. So if that is something that you will be doing or needing, that is open all day, every day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. as long as there are things running and things going on. So that is just awesome that our company does that. And trust me, people go and use it. So you're going to have many mama friends in there. You will not be lonely. Again, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. is registration on Tuesday. Obviously, as soon as you get there Tuesday, go register. Get into your hotel. And if you're closer, when you check into your hotel, maybe don't go to your room first. If you got a bunch of stuff, go drop your stuff off at your room. But go ahead and go register, because there are going to be waves of people getting off planes, and you don't want to wait toward the end before the actual event starts. The opening session's at 3 p.m. So you definitely don't want to wait till that close, because it's going to be a lot of people trying to get registered, and you don't want to be late to that opening session. It's always amazing. So there's a jewel store preview. The Plexus store opens at 10 a.m. If you are there on Monday night or Tuesday morning and you can get there, the store stuff, there are usually some cool items that will sell out because it's just like whatever they have there. And this is like Plexus swag on crack. Like they fill an entire ballroom of like any and everything. Of course, shirts, hats. There's like amazing little pill capsules, purses. I mean, you name it, yoga mats. I'm even trying to think, like all the pins. Like I get so many fun little things that I can give away throughout the year for my team gifts. I've mailed some of those out for like jumping on a Zoom here and there. Just a lot of really cool stuff that's not going to be available online. Some of it might transfer to my Plexus print later on, but for the most part, that stuff is only available in the convention store. And it's just super cool stuff. So come prepared. That was one of the questions. Come prepared, especially if you won that $50 voucher, come prepared to like match that, just in case there's a really cool t-shirt that you want, or you want to stock up on some gifts for all of your new silvers that you're going to have over the Leaders Retreat contest, you know, things like that. Think about people that you can get a little something for. And I would have $50 to $100 if you've got that voucher or not, like to be able to spend there, because it's just really cool stuff. And remember, this is all an investment into your business. Anything you buy at that store, anything you're spending at convention, take note. Your airfare, your Ubers, your food, this is a business trip. And as someone who was like not a business-minded person before, I forgot that stuff. Like, and so it was a helpful reminder to me, save your receipts. All of this is tax deductible. Okay. So you need to think of this trip as an investment into your business. Everything that happens, it's not a vacay, right? Like we're not just going to party in Vegas and you're just having to penny pinch. This is like one of the only times where you are putting money on the line to invest in your business, your actual business. And so buying a t-shirt, swag, guess what? That's like a uniform. That is investing into your business, because anytime you wear that in public, I signed someone today that I met 3 weeks ago at Amanda Jennings boot camp on a Saturday morning, and I was wearing a Plexus shirt, and she asked me, "Oh, do you do Plexus?" And both of the girls in my group talked to me about it the whole time, and she lives in my neighborhood, go figure, and she signed up yesterday. So swag is super helpful and is a great marketing tool for your business. Yes, Steph.
Also, usually at the store, they only accept debit cards, credit cards. They do not usually accept cash.
Yes, that's a smart thing.
A lot of the times, if it's a new product, you usually can get one in the store. So don't forget that as well.
There is going to be a new product release, and it's not the hemp stuff because that's coming out in fall. We don't know what the new product is that's going to be released, but they always have a huge stock of it, and we get to like take one home. Like, so we will get to get one from the convention store. And the cool thing is they will give them your ambassador number, and it counts for your PV. Like, we'll buy it there, but it's going to count toward our PV. So super awesome. All right, let's see. So the store opens from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Tuesday. So anytime, if you've got some downtime or want to go down there for that, you can. When it's in between sessions, a lot of people are going to be going to the store at those like regular times where you would see that happening, and there will be long lines for stuff. So I would go earlier or at a random time, maybe after you register, like just go ahead and go. If you want that and have guest spots for that. For anyone who is not attending Winner's Dinner, this is a free night for you. So this may be a great time to grab a group of you and walk the strip if you have never been to Vegas, or, you know, research a fun restaurant that you've been wanting to try and maybe make a reservation. Or y'all, there is so much to do in the MGM. You do not have to leave the hotel if you don't want to. I'm one of those people that I would just rather not, you know, so a lot of times if I have downtime, I'm just going to hang around. I'm going to walk around and see what's around. They've got restaurants, they've got little pizza places, they've got like a Subway downstairs. Like, there is plenty of food. There is plenty of things to do in the MGM, but that Tuesday night would be a great night if you have anything on your agenda that you're wanting to do in Vegas during Winner's Dinner. If you're not attending, would be a great time to do that after that opening session on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, I'm really excited about. So Wednesday morning, we are going to have a team breakfast in my suite. I would love for us to try and meet at 7:15 to 7:30 so that we can kind of get we're going to have some prayer time, some breakfast time, and some worship. 9 o'clock general session fun. There are multiple different speakers. There'll be intermissions. Like, it's not going to be like you're sitting listening to someone lecture you for 3 hours. Like, it's a blast. It really is. So there'll be a general session, mother's room open, of course. There's going to be a break for lunchtime. You guys, honestly, I would either travel with some snacks that you know you love, protein bars, granola for your bag. So you can absolutely do that. That's very simple. Go ahead and download the Prime Now app, and then we can get that zip code when we get there to Prime Now some stuff. We'll probably do that for some of the breakfast items for Wednesday morning too. So that general session, so there is time for lunch. There's a whole food court right outside the arena in the MGM. Lines do get kind of long though. So a lot of times lines are a bit too long for you to grab a whole big lunch beforehand. So that can be something you think about that day of, we're going to eat a good breakfast and then maybe have just some snacky lunch types. But if you are definitely a person who needs a good big lunch, then I would skedaddle out of the opening session that morning about 5 minutes early and get in line to get you some food so you can have time to eat. Plexus store. Okay. I'm excited. Okay, from 2 to 4:30 on Wednesday, this says training session. I'm pretty sure this means the, let me just make sure. Okay, I think this is I think this is in the actual arena. Yes, it's in the arena. So this training session is probably when they're going to be talking about product. So I'm super helpful. Ambassador workshops, which y'all, most of you that I've talked to personally, I have told about these rank specific trainings are one of my favorite parts of convention. So if you are a almost silver or a silver ambassador, you're going to be in a training that is specific to where you're at in your business. If you're a gold or senior gold, they usually pair those golds together. You're going to be in a training session specific to where you are in your business and how to grow and how to best duplicate from where you're at. Ruby and senior rubies are usually together, and then the different jewel levels will have their own training too. This time is some of my favorite things. Like y'all, my first year I was a ruby when I went to convention, and I still have those audio recordings and I have listened to them over the years. Kristen Abart was one of the ones that spoke to us, and I just remember I thought she was such a ditz and I hated listening to her videos because she just laughed and sounded like a ninny the whole time. I was like, what is this? Girl, she got in that ruby training. And homegirl is one of the smartest business women. I mean, it's like Paris Hilton for Plexus. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard that? Like Paris Hilton, everyone thinks she's like an airhead and she's like, oh, that's hot. And it's like, no, she is a very smart businesswoman who has done this. And I'm like, man, Kristen Abart, what are you doing? She was amazing. But hers is one that I've gone back and listened to, and just, man, it's awesome. So that rank specific training, get excited about that. Have your notebook, get ready to take notes, have your audio recording ready, because it is going to be practical information, belief building stuff for someone who's talking about exactly where you are in your business, how to move forward, and what to do from here. It's awesome. And so those workshops will be there. Let's see. Ambassador workshop, student room, jewel ambassador workshop. Yes, that's all there. Yes, I see you. I see you. General session, 1:30 to 4:30. Okay, so a lot of you are choosing or had to choose to fly out on Thursday. Pack up your stuff during that lunchtime and just put it by the concierge desk in the front of the hotel if you have to check out already, because you're not going to want to miss the 1:30 to 4:30 as much as possible. So if you need to be ready to get in your Uber at 4:30, that's fine. But if at all possible, get to that general session as much as you can on Thursday and still not miss your flight if you're leaving on Thursday night. This is when they're going to announce the leaders retreat stuff. Usually this is when the keynote speaker is going to talk to us. So I'm actually not sure if Bob Heilig or Mel Robbins is the keynote speaker, because we all love Bob Heilig, but Mel Robbins is way more famous. So I'm not sure which one that will be, but the keynote speaker usually speaks during that time. And at the end is when they usually have teased us so much, and finally we'll announce where leaders retreat's going to be and all of that stuff, which is just super fun. So that last session, and then last year they closed, after telling us about the cruise, they closed with worship, 12,000 strong. It's just awesome. So if you can make it to that 1:30 to 4:30, the whole thing, do it. Even if that means you just need to be packed up and have your stuff near you or at the concierge desk. But for the rest of us, there's going to be, after the general session, there's an international meeting, but there will be free time and a free dinner until 8 p.m., which is when that concert is. So we will, if those of you who will be leaving, hopefully we can hug and kiss everyone goodbye and pray over you before you leave. But if not, the ones who are staying, this would be a great night to try and maybe do a dinner with your team, or those of us who are sticking around, just text and say, hey, you know, are you guys, you know, open to doing this, or this for dinner? Because that dinner time is free. And then 8 p.m. is when we have that private concert. His name escapes me at the moment, but that's always super fun. And that's it. Then Friday, the rest of us will be flying home. So we can go back to some of the questions, but as far as any of that, do we have any questions based on the itinerary, or like kind of what to expect as far as that? Like, it flows so well, and you're not going to like miss anything. Like, I promise we're going to be chatting on that chatter thread. Like, that's going to be our lifeline to each other. So make sure you've got the Messenger app on your phone. If you don't yet, do that. And so that we can be contacting each other like, hey, we're here, we're sitting here, we've got 3 extra seats, or we decided to grab this for lunch. Does anybody want anything? Like, we are each other's, you know, friends, and we need to make sure that we're taking care of each other and all of that. So download that app for Messenger and for the Plexus app. So we're all, yes, Andy Grammer, thank you. I want to say the airport is usually like a less than 10-minute ride in an Uber. Yes, bring a portable phone charger. So good, Renee. Thank you for saying that. All right, questions?
For going from the airport to the hotel, I don't really think there's a shuttle unless you schedule it ahead of time. I would definitely suggest an Uber or Lyft. I think last time it was like $5 for us to get from one to the other, but we took a taxi the first time, it was like 25. So definitely try Uber or Lyft. If you've never used it before, like, somebody can share their code with you, and then you can get free rides, and you can share with other people that are going to be around at the same time.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm reading through all of the comments about breast milk. That's so funny.
I think you might have already said this earlier, but I just remember last year, I don't remember what I had done, but I had like bought a ton of products before convention just for our family, which I probably could have like waited until the next month to buy some of them. And I wish I had known that ahead of time, because then when they did announce the new product, and there were several things, even like magazines, you know, there were several things that weren't just a product. I wanted to be able to purchase those then, and like I was not financially prepared for that ahead of time. So if there are things that you don't have to buy like right now, I would wait. And I think you did already say that, but
yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah, like don't spend a lot of your like normal Plexus funds like stocking up on extra product or ordering early this month. Like, wait till after convention, because they do usually have some product on hand, and like they'll have things that you might would want to put toward that will count for your PV even at the store, for sure. Let's see. Money for food. The food court there is like kind of regular fast food amount. So maybe $10 for lunch. And then if you're going to do dinner outside of the MGM, I would say like $30 for dinner. If you're going to grab a drink somewhere, I would allot $10 per drink, just because, hello, it's Vegas. They're going to get you on some things. But for the most part, this is one of the reasons I love that it's in Vegas sometimes, because I've been to Vegas now twice at a convention and at the MGM. And truthfully, they want you to spend money gambling in Vegas. So most everything else is decently cheap. Like, they're not gouging you on everything in Vegas because they want you to put your money into the craps tables. So flights are usually decently cheap, and things like that. And stuff inside the hotel as far as food and that kind of stuff is not like severely overpriced. So you don't have to worry about that. Let's see. But then, yes, for the most part, quick and easy is always best. So if you've got things you can bring or Amazon Prime to your hotel room, some rooms had fridges and some didn't. I want to say my suite did not last year, or the year that I was at the MGM, but some people that were there definitely did have refrigerators. And Laura Nutt is staying in the Signature, which is attached. A lot of the jewels and stuff will stay. It is part of the MGM, but it's like more of like has a kitchenette in there and all that kind of stuff. And so she would have like a full size fridge if you have something like you need to use like breast milk or anything like that needs to be refrigerated. I'm sure one of our friends that has one of those rooms with a big fridge could also use that. We could use that for that. So what to wear is always a good one. Number one, wear what makes you feel like the most confident, comfortable, wonderful, happy version of you. Don't wear something that you're going to be pulling out the whole time or like second guessing and feeling like, oh my gosh, this is totally not me. I feel like crazy. But at the same time, like, have fun with it. This is a time where you are going to see people in Plexus swag and jeans and cowboy hats, and or you're going to see people walking around like they just stepped out of Instagram or like the most colorful Hawaiian magazine you've ever seen with like the big hair. Like, you're going to see it all. So do not feel pressured to look any certain way. There's going to be a lot of people that look very normal, a lot of people that look like Plexus crazy people, and a lot of people that are just having fun with dressing up. And I'm going to be one of those people because, y'all, I say this a lot and I'm not kidding. I don't wear pants a lot. Like, I don't put makeup on. Like, I shower like 1 to 2 times a week. And I like to be theatrical. Like, that is just a part of who I am. And as a mom, like, I don't get to do that. I don't have fun things to go to anymore. Or like, I'm not on the stage anymore other than like at worship. And nobody wants to see me looking crazy at worship. So, so I do use this time for that. So if you're like that, like, go all out. It's fine. Like, wear more makeup than you usually do. And nobody's going to think a thing about it. We're just going to all have fun enjoying whatever parts that you want to bring out in yourself. And be confident that this is yours. Like, this is not other people's thing that you're attending. Like, this is your company. This is your event. Like, you are an ambassador. Like, most of you are silver and above. I think everyone that's going is going to be silver and above at least. And remember those percentages? There's 12,000 people there, and a silver ambassador is still going to look freaking awesome to probably a third of the people who are there who are not silver yet. Okay? So this is yours. This is yours to have fun with. This is yours to be proud of and to walk around like, yes, I'm with Plexus and this is amazing. I'm an ambassador. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, so wear what you feel comfortable in. To the sessions, that's going to look like whatever you want. The jewels are going to, some of them are going to be looking like they just like are going to the gala, and other people are going to be just wearing jeans and a blouse. Like, it totally doesn't matter. It's not business casual or whatever. It's whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable in, walking around and sitting and standing, yet you're going to probably take a lot of pictures. So, you know, however you're going to want to look in pictures. Now to the dessert reception, like I said, flounce it up if you want to. Like, put on the red lipstick. Like, we had fun. Last year I wore like I guess I kind of looked like Barbie, but I was like, it did like the retro curl and had like the little like 50s dress on. Like, I'm a very theatrical person, but like, have fun with it. Like, wear the heels, just make sure they're comfortable, or you're okay with taking them off to dance at the silent disco with us. Other than that, people are also going to have fun dressing up for the concert. I usually wear super normal stuff to the concert because it's like, it's dark and you're just like listening to music, right? So, but you'll see some people like totally like concerting out at that time. I think that's really the only like wearing things, like what to wear. Sorry, I'm now looking. I lost all of the questions. What to wear? Would all be available outside the sessions? Will there be a team gathering? Yes. So the team gathering will be Wednesday morning, 7. I want to say 7:15, just so that we can at least be gathering by 7:30. So that we can be walking downstairs by about 8:15 to 8:30 to get lined up together for that next morning and get where we need to go. Transportation is probably going to be Uber, which means we're all going to be sharing. So if you've got a buddy, or if we're all going somewhere like for dinner that one night, that's an open night, or you've got 5 or 6 of you, like, for sure share an Uber, and it's going to be very cheap. We've just always done that. It's the easiest and safest and quickest way to do that. Other than that, let's for sure just make sure that we know we're contacting each other in that thread, knowing when people are showing up, when people are checking into the hotel, and when flights are and stuff, so we can just be watching out for each other and meeting up whenever possible. There is a Starbucks outside of the arena too, if anybody needs coffee in the mornings. There is that, and there's usually pink drink on tap most places that you can fill up a water bottle to. I would definitely bring a water bottle, like an empty water bottle in your luggage that you can carry around and fill up, because you will forget to drink your water sitting in the arena for that long. So portable phone charger was a great reminder. I would do an empty water bottle. Don't forget your products. I did that one year. Even if you just carry all of your bottles in a Ziploc bag, which is what I usually do, or if you want to do that fun like bead organizer thing, like whatever it is, but don't forget your products, because it's hilarious to be like, I am here for a convention about this stuff, and like here I am like bloated now because I forgot my BioCleanse. And then yes, bringing snacks. So let's open this up. Does anyone have anything else they want to share, an experience, or like I wish I had known on my first trip? Or anything that you're apprehensive about if you have never been? Like, let's open this up.
Well, Abby wants to talk. But make sure, hold on. Make sure that y'all bring like a bag, notepad, all that. They usually give us something, but just in case they change it up or whatever, make sure you have something to carry your stuff in and write notes with.
Yes. Yes, I forgot about that. Good job, Steph. They usually give you a swag bag at registration. Like it's usually some sort of backpack. I feel like every year it's been some sort of bag, yes, that you can carry in. There's usually a notepad and pen in there and some other fun little goodies and notes and things like that. So that's, I mean, like, I feel like such a celebrity. You show up and you get like this bag of fun things. But yeah, they always do that. At any event where you're registering, you're going to get some sort of swag bag that you, like I have probably 3 different Plexus book bags. I have like this Plexus tote. And then that, you remember that when you're the messenger at Leaders Retreat? Like it's just fun stuff. I mean, they just think of everything. They just reward us so well. Good job. That was a good one. Questions, concerns, excitements, anything?
Oh, there is also going to be a whole lot of people, and it's a lot of walking, so you might want to give more than like a lot of people are going to be getting on the same elevators, so it might take more than 5 minutes to get from your room to where it's at. But definitely when you go to registration, you'll be able to see how far it is so you can gauge.
Yes. Yes. Definitely comfortable shoes for the during the day stuff. And we did get team shirts. So Steph is bringing those over, and I will have that bagged and ready for all of you guys. I was probably just going to have those in the room on Wednesday morning if you guys are cool with that. And then I think, let me look at the itinerary and we can choose a time to wear those. It's always so funny because, you know, if you're like me or and when you're just like, but I have an outfit for every session or everything that I want to wear. But it is really fun, even if it's just like a half of a session of a day where we are all wearing the shirt and matching. Like, it just is really fun. And other teams don't do this. And so we will be one of few teams that has this. And people, you remember last year, everyone was just super like excited and like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And we, you know, we were all in our matching shirts or whatever. So I'll look through the schedule and maybe pick a time where if someone is going to be on stage, obviously we're not going to want them to have to worry about wearing their t-shirt on stage if they don't want to do that, to walk across. But where we can all match on Wednesday, preferably probably on Wednesday, and be able to take a team picture. And I haven't heard from Abby about, we usually do like our diamond team down. So Abby down will have a place like they'll meet by one of the big billboard, you know, picture taking stands, and do a whole team picture as well. But for sure, we will try and get as many photos of us together as a team too. So maybe I'll think about that, but maybe we could even do Wednesday morning, like at that initial, because those are I think the ambassador breakout sessions. Is that when that is? I think that might be when that is. Anyway, I'll look. We'll plan that out. But yeah, I'll give those to you on Wednesday morning. I'm so excited, y'all. I want to encourage you to just pray for the next few days. Obviously, there's a lot of us that will be traveling, but just pray that the Lord would give you greater vision, would give you a heart and a passion for when you're there. That you would, if you're a person who is anxious around a lot of people or feels intimidated and any of those, that you would just be free to have fun and to really just take full advantage is the wrong word, but just like full ownership over this experience, that this is something that is fun and exciting and just really purpose driven and purposeful that God has put in front of us and in our lives. And this 3 days is about, it is about you, and it is about the impact that God's calling you to, and it is about how, and it's about why, and it's about what you can do. And so I really want you to begin praying that the Lord would really just give you a heart that is open and ready to receive, that is open to growth. There are going to be so many things that you will hear from the stage or from fellow ambassadors where it is just going to stretch us and grow us. And like Josie said, like make you cry and make you just appreciate so much that we are a part of an amazing company that stands out from anything else that I have ever heard of, that anyone's been a part of. And I am so grateful that the Lord dropped this in my lap when he did, and that he has brought all of you into this too. So let's just join each other in praying for this time, that it would be sweet, sweet fellowship, that it would just be fun, and that we can use it to forward a greater impact, not only for our businesses and for freedom for our families and others, but for the kingdom too, because where we are encountering other people, we are the light in their lives to shine Jesus to others. So I love you guys. I am freaking excited. As you're packing, like, post pictures in that thread. Like, do not be silent in there. Like, that's what it's for. Like, geek out, be fun, be excited. Post your dress that you're going to wear to the dessert reception. Like, whatever. Like, let's have fun and have this girls trip, even though some of us are bringing our hubbies too. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Have an incredible night. And if you haven't already, go check out either that social media video or that Cody Helmer live that's on the Daily Slay page for some training this week. It was super good. Talk to you soon.